Hi guys, welcome to the Football Takes, and I'm your host Daiki, and here with me is Steven. To We're here to break down the transfer moves this summer with a lot of blockbuster moves, some of the biggest spenders, the biggest sellers, and also the biggest acquisition, the best transfers, winners and losers, and how the league will pan out with all this money spent and the quality that's being brought into the Premier League. And which team do we start off with? Off on the big six, I think we start off with Tottenham Hotspur. They did quite a lot of business towards the end of the window, and they were able to bring in. They missed out on a couple of marquee signings that we were looking at. They were looking at Savinho at some point, but Man City did not sanction the deal. They looked at Eze, and Arsenal actually pipped them to that one. And as well, they also looked at Gibbs White. Gibbs White of Northern Forest, but Maracanas came in, stepped in, and stopped the move. So, but they've had a fairly good season. They went early for Kudus, brought in Kudus, and brought in a couple of other players. They got rid of Son Heung-min, who bade farewell during the preseason matches, and they went on to bring in other players. They brought in Xavi Simons, who was on Chelsea's radar for a while, but Chelsea decided not to act on that deal, and also they went in towards the end of the deadline day and got in Kolomwani on loan, and also they made Tel Matthias Tel, who was on loan last season. They made him a permanent transfer. So Spurs have done a good business this season. Got rid of Ant Postecoglou, got in Thomas Frank. A lot of work done by Daniel Levy there. So with all this, what do you think? What do you think their best signing is? Firstly, and that will kind of change or define the shape of how their season goes. And also, do you think there's any mismatch there, any misses or any hits in the signing that, and any other signings that they've had this season?
I think in terms of misses or hits, I think you can't particularly say who is a miss or a hit because this is actually a new team basically. You
Yeah,
understand? It's like a new team. It's a new coach. It's a
yeah,
new. Everything is new, right? You
yeah,
could basically one can actually say right now that Solanke is a miss, right? because uh,
yeah. But
he's
Solanke
with
is
the
not this
team.
season. Yeah, he's last season, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm basically saying like players right now in that team needs to find themselves. Like
Right.
everything is thrown up in the skies right now, and you could come into that team and you won't play football, and you could come into that team and you could be playing every week. So as per hit or misses, I can't really tell you from now. Then their best signing for me has to be Kudus, right? Because
So Mohamed
obviously
Kudus,
standing there,
yeah,
yeah.
I would say that's a good signing. But yeah, we'll see whether he reaches those heights which Tottenham fans are looking for. Then who would you say is their not so good, maybe average signing?
Hmm, average signing. Hmm. I know they brought apart from I think the three headliners. That's what's his name?
They gotten Kudus,
This Leipzig boy,
Xavi Simons,
Simons,
and
Kolomouani.
Kolo Muani on loan.
Yeah, so I think these three guys are solid players. Obviously, the other ones are out of England players. So obviously, whenever someone comes out from outside of England, it's always a clean slate, a clean canvas. You paint
Yes,
your own picture on it. So we can't tell, but I don't think any of them is average for what they've done on the world stage. They're already playing for the international teams. None of them is trying to prove anything. We already know what to expect from them. So it's now whether they live up to what we expect from them that is important, rather than probably hitting the ground running and maybe becoming a better player
Yeah,
from what they already are. So, but I think basically that's it. I think I'm not expecting too much from Kolo Muani. I'm
yeah.
expecting Javi Simons to be able to do what he still does. Yeah, basically
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
I think good signing all around is how Thomas
yeah,
Frank uses them. That will be what
yeah.
determines whether they're good signing. Then moving on from not one not London team to another not London team. Arsenal went heavy this summer,
Mm.
brought in a striker, which they said was what was holding them back. Brought in Gokeres after he forced a move from Sporting Lisbon. They also brought in a couple of marquee signings, Zubamendi coming in for Partey departed, which I think might be a loss. And then they got in Zubamendi, who was on Manchester United's radar last. Was it Manchester? No, Liverpool's radar, not Manchester United. Liverpool's radar last season, but decided to snub Liverpool last season. But and then they got him. They got him in. They also got in. They got in Eze, which I think is a very good signing from Crystal Palace, and that's it. That's it basically for them. Am I missing anybody? I don't think they got. They also got in a West London boy, Nani Madueke, and who is showing promising signs as well at the moment. So what do you make of this? Do you think Arsenal have got what it takes now to push on and go and win the league, which is their target, or even if not win the league, maybe win the Champions League with these signings they've made?
I must say I'm most intrigued by the after sales PR. It's unending. But yeah. so, so,
And who do you
so
think is a miss or a hit?
yeah.
Or
Obviously,
best signing as well?
I think the most standout signing has to be Easy. But I think after some few matches, some pundits out there are saying that Gyökeres has never been. I think yeah, specifically Jamie Carragher. He said that he has always said that that Arsenal's problem he has never been a striker.
Please, can we refrain from quoting Jamie Carragher in this podcast, because he's one of the most clueless pundits out there. So I, I, I will wipe that out of the tape, please. Please, moving on.
That's crazy. So, but yeah, Gyökeres is obviously. I think what we've seen is that he's a player that needs service. That's for sure. He needs service. If they are not servicing him, he's not
Yeah,
going to be.
I think once Arsenal gets
So,
to their
but I
full
think
potential, he should be able to do well. And then yeah.
yeah,
So
no, no,
so
no.
You think Eze is their best signing at the moment?
Yeah, I think Eze is the best signing. I think
And
every other
then
person that is signed apart from Eze are just there for squad depth. The rest is just squad depth.
right,
Except for Gilchrist as well, that is
Gokeres is
also
not squad
like
depth.
yeah,
Gokeres will play. Yeah, yeah.
apart from scores Gilchrist, but like Gilchrist and Eze being the most important because he's a creative midfield. I think that left wing begins to function begins to function, right? Uh, in the creative sense. And then Eze is there to. I think Odegaard does not function without Saka. Saka in some shape or form does not function without Odegaard. So, but I think when they're able to now create a balance in the creatives when they're winning with Eze, I think that makes a difference. The rest is squad depth.
Right. I think their key signing would be Noni Madueke, who's able to deputize for
Squad
dep-
depth. Squad depth player.
deputize for Saka, and also I think Eze, when everybody's fit, will be forced to play on the left, and that's not his best position. So and I think
This
Gokere
PSV, this
go
PSV pay sell on clause. What's going on here? Are you getting paid for his thing? What's going on? I
well.
cannot imagine it the most
Well,
important situation.
I'm telling you what in terms of Arsenal and what they've been like when
Oh
they've
my
missed
goodness.
Saka, they've actually been. like poor, like in the bad over the like they've
I think
lost.
that's the most important signing to you.
No, I mean in their team, in the team, like what he brings
Like
is similar to what
like
Saka brings,
in
and
everybody they signed.
no,
Is it
if you're talking about improving their first team, no, it does not improve their first team. However, over the
no,
course
but
of
I'm
a
asking
season,
like is I think you're answering the question of the best signing they made, right?
yeah.
Okay, and then Nonimadueke is your pick.
So in terms of what is going to offer them and what they did not have
Okay.
before. So what they did not have before, they had a first team, but once that first team broke down, they started dropping points. Like they had once Saka went on injury, they draw where they are supposed to win, or they do the. So I'm saying with Madueke coming in to deputize for, so now they won't have to bring in Waneri or bring in any of these their small boys. They will have to bring in a proper Premier League proven player to come and deputize for Saka, and Saka, and will be able to give maybe 80% of what Saka gives in their team without altering like the way, without having to play maybe what's his name? What's this man's name that scores for them? This false nine.
One area,
No, not one area.
one
The
area
other, the
double.
other one that scores false nine that plays across the. And also, you're not even talking about. They've got a lot of depth now.
Jesus.
Not Jesus. It's what's his name?
Is
The one
it
that
the
scores
Harvard
header. No,
that scores headers?
yeah, Spanish
Defender.
player. Is it Spanish or Portuguese? Spanish player. No,
What does he play? What position does he play?
plays behind the striker or first nine sometimes. He scores header, but he's not
You mean this Mireno guy?
Moreno, yeah, yeah. So without having
Uh,
to play people out of their positions, I think that's what they'll bring. But
what position does that Mireno boy even actually like? What's his
he's
normal
a, he's
position?
like he's
When
more
you
like a facilitator. He's more like a 10, but he can play first nine as well. He's a good first nine. Yeah. So,
because I've never I genuinely do not know where
but
exactly he plays as a
I
footballer.
actually think Arsenal, when everybody's fit, Gokeres will not play. Havertz will start over Gokeres.
I don't really care about Arsenal that much, but they should. I don't really care. I don't really
Then,
know.
then
But the thing
move,
is that
move, moving on to Man City. Man City did not make a lot of signings. They seem to
they did
just
not make a lot of signings here.
this summer, last summer, yes, the last January they did, but this summer,
They
who
bought
did they brought
ah,
Donnarumma in. They
all the top of
brought.
my head. They have now thought of four, five, safe now five.
Oh no, no, see,
The more I'm
yes, yes,
the more I'm
dude.
thinking,
Oh
the more I'm
yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
the more
yeah.
men
They,
are popping into my
sorry,
mind.
sorry, my bad. I forgot because they've been there for so long. They signed them for the Club World Cup. That's why yeah. They brought in Reinders. They brought in Cherky. They brought in Donnarumma and any other defenders. No defenders, no.
Trafford is their new keeper. Trafford was brought in
Yeah,
this season.
Trafford as well, but Trafford looks like.
Ryan and Newry, their left
Yeah,
back was
and
brought in
oh
this
yeah,
season.
they literally went to market. To be honest, I scratched that. Yeah, they went to market, but they've
Yes,
just gone for a bunch of
scratch,
no marquee
scratch that.
signing, no marquee signing, unlike some other team in Merseyside. But right, yeah. So what do you think of the City signings?
No marquee signing. Cherky and Reinders are not marquee
They're
signings.
not marquee signing now. They're not marquee signing.
Ah,
They're not
okay,
marquee.
no problem, no problem. I guess
Would
they will not be marquee
would
because
would
because
Madrid
because
sign Chucky Renders?
okay, when Madrid sign Cherky and Reinders, so Madrid will come and sign Hodgson from Bournemouth for
Yes, now.
65
Do you know
million.
how many? Do you know how many teams
Do you
wanted
know how many
Hudson?
times Madrid? Do you know how many times Madrid has signed someone from Bournemouth before,
No,
or anybody, or someone from from a non-top six Premier League side? Anyway, Sha,
but when we get
all
to
these things
when we get to
you know the
your
truth, but you don't want to allow
when
the
we get
truth
to your turn, when
to
we
set
get
you
to
free.
Liverpool, let's focus on Mastiff at the
It's
moment.
all good.
So
Yeah.
what do you make of their? Who do you think is their best signing at the moment, and who do you think is just not going to, who might not be able to influence or get into the team?
So I think influence for Man City is always very different. who is their best signing, we'll get to know that. But I think their most important signing has to be Ryan Dance because you could see him in the team for 90 minutes when he's going good and when he's going bad. It's like it's as if he doesn't have a choice but to play Ryan Dance right now. So Ryan Dance is the most important signing, but the most influential will come to know that subsequently because with Man City is that you could score 3 goals, 3 assists this week and get benched the next week. So I think for them, influence does not actually, importance does not actually translate directly to influence. I think there's other things Guardiola looks at for that.
I
For
actually
obviously,
think I actually think the Man City have missed the boat. I actually think they should have shored up their defense. I don't know why they are not going to for Gehi or going for a proper defender. They need a proper defender, and then they need maybe a ball playing defender, like maybe Diaz. They need a proper hardcore defender, but they seem not to be getting that, and that's what I think will cost them this season. They need someone who's out of the ball, not playing all this small boy that they bought in this end. They need someone aggressive, someone the Otamendi's, the Sergio Ramos's, someone who is a bit aggressive, but they don't have that, and that will cost them
yeah,
dearly.
yeah, I think that's a good take because I think before Man City can rely on the feeble defenders they normally like to go for because of their ball playing ability. I think it would have been good for them to first show up with show up their
Yeah,
defense with aggressive defenders that won't let stuff in since they will know that they will be under siege more often this season
yeah.
than the prior seasons. But although when you look at the defensive back line, I don't think Kosunov is like Man City standard, the Premier League standard to like show off for the rest of the season. But those are aggressive players. Even John Stones before coming to season, so an aggressive defender.
He's no
Um,
longer aggressive now. He's not aggressive. He's not John
that's the
Stones
thing is
that
that the Man
plays
City style,
Liverpool.
the Man City style does not require you to be aggressive. So it's only like now that they are under siege
But they
that
need
they
it.
actually need.
They need it now.
As I'm saying now,
Then
yes,
when they
to
were
make
winning the
sure.
Premier League, you did the Premier League. Other teams did not have this attack, source of attack. You were not facing you were not facing like the likes of Saka, Mo Salah, Kopama. You were not facing all those week in
No,
week out.
I don't even think it's about all those. Like I think if you have the synergy in your attack that Man City had at that moment, it's not even now that maybe Man City will be playing you and you see the likes of Brendan, like the Tottenham match where you see the likes of Kudus and Brendan Johnson up the pitch waiting for breakouts and they will run at the defense. You know, boy, your papa now. You will need to be in the back line,
Yeah,
creating a four man line that cannot be broken through because the moment you give a space, David Silva will do a link up that you've never seen with KDB before. It's David Silva that will pass the ball to
yeah,
KDB. But you now see that's the David Silva make a small run in between two lines of defense that are this close. And then
yeah,
they will now run past you and you see him do header. Short man, no? Very short man that all your
yeah.
defenders
They,
will
they,
cover
they
to.
had
So,
quality.
so so if that quality is there, if that synergy is there, don't worry yourself. They don't need any defense. They might even just use one DM at any week they want to use. But it is that right now they need a defender because they don't have the synergy in the attack. The attacks are going to be giving away the ball. Uh, they don't have that retentive ability anymore. So and they can bring in a defender now that will just go and pass him the ball and stuff. And that's why you could rightly say that John Stones is no longer an aggressive defender because nobody needs him to then do anything aggressive anymore. He just needs to be there, cry wolf when wolf needs to be cried. Although one thing is very, very important though, they had Kyle Walker, which was very, very important to their system,
Yeah,
right? Because with every of those breakouts, Kyle Walker was there
to recover,
making a name.
to
Yes, making
recover.
a name for himself across Europe as one of the fastest defenders to ever exist, right? Ask
And
anyone
he was
in the last
aggressive.
10
He
years.
was aggressive.
Yes, yes. He had
So
the legs. He had the legs to track back super quick with anybody that was trying to break out. That your one person that
yeah,
you have the mind to drop in the front. That one
yes,
person that you finally say, okay, oh, even if I die, I die. And then you carry him and put up front. Then Kai Walker will be like, no problem, right? He will be able to track back and still cover that person. So I think they are missing
and
that.
also
They are
I
missing
think
Kai
I
Walker.
think I think why also their style. with Haaland
Yeah.
will not permit all those intricacies. Because then when they used to play that, they played a false nine, or they played Aguero, who was also like good with the ball and dribbling. But now Haaland needs a lot of space. So and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
intricacies, unless he's just laying it off, the intricacies are not there. But I
Yeah.
thought that's their own. This I think they should have gotten an aggressive centre back. But that's my own opinion
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
Moving on to Manchester United. Manchester United, neighbors of City rivals. They went into the market again following last summer's disaster and Ten Hag being sacked and Ruben Amorim being appointed. They went into the market this season and they bought a couple of players, Marquis or whatever you call it. They bought Benjamin Sesko, which I thought Newcastle actually dodged a bullet by not signing that guy. And they also brought in the Premier League provens, the Matthias Cunha, the Mbemos, and who else did they bring in? It didn't bring anybody in the midfield. No, not so. That's it. And then the goalkeeper, they brought in a young goalkeeper from
That is
Is he
Real
Antwerp?
Antwerp.
Yeah, Antwerp. Yeah, yeah. So that's it. And it seems like Onana has gone from bad to worse. Benched by Bayern there. Now he's gonna be a third choice goalkeeper in the Ruben Amorim system. And also
Like so. Yeah.
they did not go for actually what they needed, which was a robust midfielder.
I think as I've said continually, because I think I need to have a hot take session because I think he's due to say I told you so because I know I spoke about this what's his name, Amorim, when he came and you were trying to defend him with all your talks about he has to stick to his pattern. Yeah, this guy did not do this, and I was like,
But he's not been sacked yet though. He's still there. So
yeah, yeah,
until
yeah.
he's
Although
sacked.
I think I will still seal my list till December because everybody told me, yeah, this is in December. Let us see where he
But
comes
I
in.
was never on
Yeah.
the Amorim boat. Like Amorim must say Amorim is the best thing since like no.
No, no, you never said that, but you were of the opinion that he should be given time. That the changing of
he
tactics
said he's
against matches
emotional. He said
one
he's
is
emotional.
not
He's an
is
emotional
not
being.
the best. It's not the best approach. It's not good for you to change your pattern if you to get wins. And I was like, I don't think that's he's an emotional being. What does he mean by that?
So he bears his heart and he says sometimes he feels like the Manchester United is the
Does
best
this
place in the world, and sometimes he feels like quitting and leaving his job.
does this look like I don't know. Is this Have you seen this movie Vikings? I don't know. Maybe when they want to go to war, there's always
Yeah,
this speech session. I don't know if maybe it's too much of Netflix that's disturbing that guy. But please, but please,
yeah.
please tell
Anyway,
him to change that mentality.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, moving on, Sha. I think Manchester United made very good signings, but I did this was Man U fan related.
Where do you think they will
Man
end up
U,
with their
I
signing?
don't know. I don't know. Obviously, you know my opinion about Amorim, and
A
I
certain
think
friend of yours, Gary Neville, said they will sneak
mm,
into fourth ahead of Chelsea.
I think I think we should also maintain the same energy, same convention with Gary Neville and his brother when it comes to this podcast. Because I think we successfully called the two names. We successfully called the two names we should never call again on this podcast.
Yes, please. I agree. I do I do agree. That one that failed in Valencia. Now he's telling everybody how to
he,
coach.
he,
A
he said
failure.
he said that when Baka was beating the living daylight out of him, he felt as if he was starstruck. He couldn't move. He was just shocked. I say, how human being wey God create go dey coach team like Valencia, you no get backbone.
Oh.
Which one be say back at the beat you talk say you dey get. Oh my God, that guy
Right,
no dey serious.
moving on to Chelsea. Chelsea
Ah,
done quite a lot of business this summer, getting in the lap, who's got injured, getting in Joao Pedro, Esteval William, Buonaneto, who again, a couple of
Garnacho,
Gittins,
Gittins,
Ganacho.
Garnacho,
So a couple of signings here, bringing back Santos
yeah,
and signing Hato,
Gui.
Gui, bringing back Gui. So it seems like you see squad depth is there for the team and a couple of good signings. Although I was thinking we could, since we did not sign Xavi Simons, we were going for Fermin Lopez, but I think signing Bonanote, that was just to kind of a stopgap, on loan as well, just to in case there's a massive unexpected injury, so that there's bodies around. So I think all in all,
Yeah,
it's above average. This thing above average transfer window for Chelsea. There was no marquee
yeah.
signing as such, but
No
there,
marquee signing
yeah, no marquee
for
signing.
for
But
for season when you buy Ronaldo. Ah, mad. Oh.
no, no,
I
what I
beg,
mean
no,
by when I
don't go
mean
use because of humility. Don't go use because of humility. Disrespect
no,
Ronaldo.
no, 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 no. When I say marquee signing, I mean someone who is already proven in that club, like a proper big club. Like if we signed Rodrigo, that would have been a marquee signing. If we signed uh, which player would we have signed? Ganacho. If we signed Ganacho under different circumstances, that would have been a marquee sign because he's lit up the Premier League a couple of times. So, but with the way he's come, it's not come as a marquee signing. So, I think that we have potential world class, or even bordering on the world class at the moment, like Jao Pedro. I think a lot of people have slept on Jao Pedro as a player. A lot of people are sleeping on Ganacho now, and I think he will discover his form at Chelsea with that left wing, only to fight with Gittins there. I think he would comfort if he brings his A game, he will comfortably be doing stuff there. So I think he's going to enjoy Maresca as well because he will give him the freedom to do what he wants and be able to channel his kind of ability into helping the team. And when you play, the thing when you play with good players, it rubs up on you. And when you have the likes of Palma, Estaval, the Samba football flows.
Okay,
So,
that's great.
what's
I
your
think
take
I
on
think
the who do you think is the best signing, the not so good signing, and who do you think, the best signing, and who moves Chelsea forward if Chelsea is going forward in your opinion?
yeah, Chelsea is moving forward. Obviously, they are the world champions. They have to put some respect on their name. They also just signed, in my own opinion, but obviously, a very, very good player. I think you say his name is R9. He's the reincarnate of R9. That is
Yes,
the
yes,
best,
the most complete
uh,
Brazilian
the most
striker since
striker there is right
Delima Ronaldo.
since the Lima Ronaldo, the best thing since sliced bread. A guy has a lot of AKAs. I
Yeah,
just pray I
The
pray his
AKA
AK,
Lord.
yes. So I just pray his AKAs don't multiply and get ahead of the amount of goals he's scoring. He's going to score this season. Okay. Yeah, I see that you are very excited. I like that as well. So I think Chelsea have done a very good business. Yeah, I don't know if they've done good business because I think before the beginning of the season I've already I've always said that Chelsea always do fishing signings, right? So one has just clicked again. I think you almost beat my head off the last time, but you guys have gone into the season and done the same thing again. But I think if I say that you guys have gone fishing again, I think I'll still get another 2 hours of biting my head off. But it's all good.
It's
But I
not
will
fishing.
continue my
There are so many players that I don't. What you mean by fishing? There are so many players in the Premier League now, which I think are good signings for big teams. Example one is like Sa of Crystal Palace. He's a big signing for any team. If you put him in in a big team, he's going to do well. So if you go out and sign, as well, if you've had consistent, good high level performance in a Premier League club, if you're performing in Crystal Palace and you're performing consistently, if they put you, it's depending on the DNA of the player. That's why I say Joao Pedro was a good signing. Like, it's not like efficient. He was like, he needed, there was a gap, a square gap in Chelsea that needed to be filled. Joao Pedro was that perfect fit for Chelsea to fit that gap. So it's not fishing. If you go and sign Matesa now, that's not a fishing. That's a quality player. He's played it in all the teams that he's played. He showed that. He showed that class. And not he
What
don't
class has he shown in other teams that he has been playing?
sir.
What no, not sir. Even sir self, even not this sir, yeah, calling even this
He
what's his
showed
name?
class. He showed class last season
No, no,
in Crystal Palace.
Ismail Sarr. No,
Yeah.
obviously, see, they've shown some quality. He is quality, right? But when you're talking about class, when you're talking about what you're expecting from Jean Pedro this season now, you're expecting 20 plus goals, right?
You see,
You're not
another person
expecting
that I'll put in there is Antoine Semenyo. That's another player. All this, just because that person is not playing a big team does not mean that that person is not a big player. Those people are showing, there's one thing they call consistently. That person, you know what you're getting from them when you put them on the pitch. It's not like they come today, they come tomorrow, they come to. Okay, if you have Ismail Assar and you have Madueke, who are you going to take?
I'm going to take Ismail Sarr.
Yeah. So why are you
Understand?
taking Ismail Assar?
Because it's more quality than Only Madueke now. He's more proven in the Premier League. He has done a lot of things over the years.
But you know, Ismail Assar came from this thing. Didn't he go to? Did he go to championship? I think he went, or did he come back?
No, he didn't go to championship. He went to another club.
No, they were relegated.
But the
Then
place is like he went.
yeah.
I don't know if he went to relegation, Sha. But I know he went from what was the first club that he came into the Champions League? I think Wolves. I think it's either Wolves or some other
Yeah.
club like that. One club that he
See,
came to
there
and
are
then
some players that are not playing in the
um,
top six clubs that are good players, that are high quality players, not even more high quality than them. But the only thing is, like, they've not gotten that opportunity to be branded as like someone like Semenyo. Every day of the month, anything you put him in the Premier League will show his quality. Will show his quality.
that is exactly that is see what you are saying is not something that is wrong. But
So
what
are you
you are
going to
not
tell him
seeing,
not to be world class
what
because
you
he's
are
not played
seeing,
Champions League?
you are missing the point entirely, and
So
you have
what's
to
the point?
accept that you're missing the point. The point is this: João Pedro has played how many seasons in the Premier League? At least, let's say, at least 3 seasons.
No, he played Watford. They went down. He came back and played Brighton. Yeah, did he play another place before then? I think he played. Because
I think he played one of those clubs for more than 1 year.
even this guy knows him, that this guy, he does this. Because when even one guy that played with him, Troy Deeney, when he because he works in broadcasting now, when he had tested, he said he is a quality player. Even that, this was even before signing him for the World Cup.
That makes
He said, and he played with him as
that
a
makes
player. Yeah.
that makes all the players that play with other people. It's not really that deep. What I'm trying to say
What?
is this. What is it? That makes that what do you want? What do you expect from him to not give him his props that he does, give him a player that he played with his props when he moves on that team. All
No,
those things are
no.
not my
When
point.
okay, what is your point, please?
My point is this. It's very simple. Is this. what you're expecting from he has played at least, and that's what I said them earlier. He has played at least 3 seasons in the Premier League. He has
Mm-hmm.
not scored 20 plus goals in any of these seasons.
But he's playing for
This season,
Brighton. Who has scored 20 plus goals in Brighton?
Mateta scored 20 plus goals last season.
Mateta is an out and out striker. And Mateta, that was also just that Mateta was also having a breakout season that last season, in case you did not know. So can you bet on Mateta scoring João Pedro this season now that João Pedro is in Chelsea? And Mateta is
Why
still
have you sworn against not listening to anything I've tried to say? Like you swore an oath. You
all
swore
right,
an oath
carry on.
on not listening to anything. Oh my god.
Please.
No, I will try my best to get to 2 minutes of direct speech. Then you can pick up from there. So this is what I'm trying to say is players have scored 20 plus goals from the individual seasons. That is
Yes.
that is that is that's not rocket science.
So
Everybody knows
why
that.
is nobody going for Mateta as well too?
God.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
Just calm down. Just calm down. So it's not rocket science that people can score 20 plus goals. I think there's this guy Austin one certain time like that. He was playing, I think he's scored 20 plus goals for 2 straight seasons or something like that. Playing for QPR team that was trying to survive. Right? So what I'm trying to tell you is this. João Pedro fit into Chelsea. He fits like a missing puzzle into Chelsea. And
Yes,
that is why,
we bought him.
he's relax now. That is why he's going to have 20 plus goals, most likely this season. Do you get me? This Chelsea system is what makes the difference. Not how good he is. He's not good. He's the best since his library, though. All those things are great, right? I'm not saying they're not great.
Okay.
But what is missing, it was missing from him to being that 20 plus goals player, is the system that he came into at Chelsea. Now, why I said you guys are fishing is simple. I'm not saying anything that's oblivious or out of the obvious. Gittins, Ganacho, even Ganacho in Man U, he was not a great player like that or anything. But you know that him coming to Chelsea now can be anything, right? He could fit into the system and click and cook.
So
He
you're
could,
saying, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that Chelsea is where you cook great stars. Wow. Why did you take a long
that's
one
what he said.
winded way to say that? You could have just said it in plain English. Anyway, moving on.
I
Let's
think
go to transfer.
the stuff. I think the stuff is that I shouldn't have even gone down this route. And I even tried my possible best not to when I said that this will take us down a very deep trip. And it took us right, and this is all what you heard. I think we spent 30 minutes on this.
Can you so now
Not good.
looking ahead to the possible winners of the transfer market, the bank breakers, the Merseyside investors, the top slot machine guys, the slot machines pushing out and shitting out money, and the money in the bank club, Liverpool, they never walk alone. We must contribute for transfer money, and here you guys go, breaking the bank, signing a couple of marquee signings: Florian Wirtz, Hugo Iketike, Frimpong, Kekes, and topping the cherry off with Alexander Isak. How do you feel about these signings? And
Yeah, it's
does
interesting.
that now firmly put you up for the quadruple that you were
It's
so
so
shy
interesting.
to kind of back?
It's so interesting how few seasons back, or well, not few seasons back, just last season, you called us poor. You called us poor, not having any money, very
Did you not get the
stingy.
question?
Is
Did you not get the
I'm,
question?
I'm going to answer the question at my due course.
So should I go and get a cup of coffee then? Because
You can do whatever makes you. You could do whatever makes you sleep properly at night. I'm
all
all for
right,
your health.
I'm waiting then.
Now, 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 you here you are, you know, giving us props for spending big. I think it's crazy how the world works.
Okay.
Moving on to the question. It's also funny how Jao Pedro is not a marquee signing, but Keke is a marquee signing. That is also a
All
beautiful,
right.
uh, which is beautiful to pick out of. Now coming back to your question specifically, yes, Liverpool has spent big on the transfer market, and that is as expected. Mm, I think they were doing a drug deal on Luis Diaz's head, and that's about the only signing that left that really hurts me because I really need that guy for stability. Um, now,
You have
how
you
we
go Eketike now.
know, I think I'm speaking for myself. I don't really know what Ike Ketike has to do with Luis Diaz. Probably you have an angle you're coming from, but just to like make clear my point, I'm missing for the reasons of quality, Premier League proven stamina, hardly on injury. Basically, the all-round quality of the guy. He was superb, and he is
You
superb.
you don't miss
And I could
Elliot,
see why. No, I mean to for the people that bring a whole lot to the team. Elliot is not in my best 11.
right?
Doesn't, yeah. So I others are not fit into the slot system. The slot system is more, I think, more of a physically not a physically demanding one, but it doesn't play as much free flow football as
Also,
Jurgen Klopp.
also, just saying,
Yes,
what
sir. You
what
say
is
yes.
going on with Chiesa? Is he still in
No, Chiesa has
rehabilitation?
made appearances in the three straight matches of my season. But why
Or
why do you ask no? Let me
is
start and
that
answer the
now
question
his
from that
role? Is
from
that
that
now his
rest.
role to come off on the bench, or are they
That's
trying to
now
ease
his
him
role.
in, or is that like what's going on with him as a player?
So I answer your question more clearly. You say that is he in rehabilitation? Why that question so that I will know
Is he
what
rehabilitated? Is he
you know.
getting to fitness? Like we have Fafana now, but we are just introducing him slowly, so, like cause
But
he's.
Chiesa has never been on injury though, so that's why I'm wondering where the question is
But
coming from. I know this has been
you said
a
last
long-term
season.
injury.
You said last season he did not hit the ground
Mhm.
running when he signed him
Yeah,
because he had a long
yeah,
term injury from Juventus, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Is he still in the long term injury copy mechanism
Okay.
stuff?
Okay. First off, I think I was wrong with that assessment because I think he wasn't on injury actually coming from Juventus, so that was a very wrong assessment from what had happened to him. But I think when he came to Liverpool, he was still on injury. That took him a while, and then the news coming out of Anfield as per Chiesa is that he wanted to leave this window, right? But the what's it called? His interaction with Slot and his interaction with the higher ups in Liverpool gave him that is going to be used, but obviously used as what he's being used as right now as a second striker, right? So one person
Wow.
that person that we brought into the team to make these changes and put
Chiesa,
into the squad.
a marquee
Yes.
signing. Marquee.
Okay, Chiesa is a marquee signing. I think you should have defined this marquee signing when you were defining it
No,
as
no,
any
no.
signing way, suits me to call marquee, I go call him. Any signing wey suits me to call
All right,
marquee, I
all
don't go call
right.
him because by your definition, you've literally scattered your definition
No, no,
in
no.
every other thing you said
Chiesa is
for
a
this struggle.
say my marquee, say my. He put the word that
Okay,
he he he
say
he
my
he
marquee.
he said the footballing word on notice in Juventus.
Do you
Uh,
know what you do? Try your possible best there to try to copy the sample you used when defining Chelsea's marquee and try to bring it over to Liverpool. Because everybody Liverpool signed is marquee, but nobody wey Chelsea signed the marquee, not even a single one.
Right. Uh, so who do you think is the best signing in Liverpool?
I think
Uh,
it's I think it's I think it's I think it's out there. I think I've said it before. The best signing for Liverpool prior to this thing was Salah, but I think I changed my mind. I think that's Van Dijk. He's a
I
rare
mean
gem.
actual
But
signing. I do not mean your own definition of signing.
why won't you allow fresh words to leave these lips of mine? Yeah, actual signing. Coming to actual signing, I think is written on the this thing. He just needs to hit the ground running. That would be Isak. I think I need to see him dribble past
So
four to
when
five players this thing.
also just on the basis of hitting the ground running, when
Yeah.
you say when would we start judging Isaac on performances? Is it December? Is it next year, next season?
Isak,
Because
for me, I'm expecting Isak to hit the ground running immediately
so
because I was
Burnley
always
GA against Burnley, he's coming. He's going to be coming off on the bench now.
just relax. I'm not done with it like this. I was just trying to make a sentence. So with Isak, I'm expecting him to hit the ground running immediately. But obviously, before I start to call anything, if I start crying wolf, I think that will be by December. So yeah,
December.
that's my yes.
That's when you expect him to be returning.
That is before I start crying wolf.
But when do you expect him to return? To start returning GA?
Immediately, immediately,
So
immediately,
against Burnley
immediately.
now.
Yes, Burnley
Okay.
is Burnley my next match. I'll
Yeah,
be Everton.
Burnley.
Yes, okay, yeah, Burnley Everton.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he might be coming off on the bench depending on his fitness. Because
I'm even expecting some fluid football from vets in that match because I feel there should be spaces.
from vets,
Yes,
it will shock you. It will shock you.
I tried to drop a prediction right there.
No prediction. Oh, that was a good roundup of the transfer market. A couple of signings that I want mentioning was Sancho from Manchester United to Aston Villa. Uh, uh, Elliot from from Liverpool to Aston Villa,
Villa.
and Kolomwani. Yes, we've discussed about that.
That
I
Aston
think
Villa don't low key turn into relegation team
yeah,
signing too.
yeah.
Why they do loan anyhow?
It's because of PSR and PSR. They need to keep it up. Well, it's been a good pod roundup, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Maybe a hot take or maybe on game week 4 roundup. But either way, it's been a nice one, and then we'll catch up on it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. That will go a long way to tell the algorithm that this is a good product, not product, a good
Yeah.
podcast. And then yeah, yeah, right,
Good stuff.
yeah.